Hi everyone, this is a class for beginner strength. You can take it at your own pace, come into a child's pose when you need, and modify as needed. So let's get started. We're going to start sitting on our heels at the back of the mat. See if you can get your pinky toes to curl under as well. And if that's too much, if you have a block handy, you can sit on it as well. Take your hands to your thighs, roll your shoulder blades down and away from the ears. Close the eyes. Start to find some breath in and out through the nose. And take 2 more rounds like that. 1 more breath. And softly open the eyes. Walk your hands out onto hands and knees, stacking your shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Take an inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, chin to your chest, belly to your spine, round through the back. 1 more time like that. Inhale. And an exhale. Come back to a flat back, neutral spine. Extend your right leg back behind you. Square your hip down and flex your toes down. We're going to pulse the leg up for the count of 10. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees so the sole of the foot's to the sky. Pulse that up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slow motion, can you step your right foot to the outside of your right hand? Take a baby lunge as you drop your hips down, lift through the heart, and then step back to your hands and knees. Left leg, extend it back behind you, square your hip down and flex the toes down. Pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend at the knee, sole of the foot to the sky. Pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow motion, can you step that left foot to your pinky finger? Drop your hips down, lift through the chest, inhale. And then an exhale guides you back to your hands and knees. Plant the hands down, curl your toes, lift your kneecaps off the floor. Come into a high plank, high push-up. Pull the ribs in, but see if you can keep the butt at a nice level. Drop your knees just to tap over the floor, and then inhale back to your plank. Twice more like that, tap. Inhale, plank. Last one, tap. Inhale, plank. Good. Count of 3, lower onto your belly. Take your elbows close towards your ribs. Lower 2, 1. Take your fingertips off to the edges of your mat onto the floor. Peel your shoulder blades down away from your ears and point your elbows to the ceiling. Take an inhale as you guide your chin to your chest, lifting through your heart. Exhale, lower down. Twice more like that. Inhale, push down through all 10 toes. Exhale, lower down. Last time, see if you can get a little bit bigger here, relaxing through your glutes. And then an exhale, lower to the floor. Plant through the hands, pull your heart up and forward, baby cobra. And then curl your toes under. Send your hips back, downward facing. Go for a pedal out of the feet, bending one knee and sinking the opposite heel down. And then take 1 more round of breath. Extend your right leg up into the air, bend at the knee, open through the hip. Notice if the weight is collapsing in your left shoulder. Firm up through your triceps, push the floor away. Take an inhale as your hip is still open. And then an exhale, pull your knee into your nose, keeping your shoulders to stack over the wrists. 1 more time like that. Inhale, bend your knee, open up. Exhale, knee to your nose, hold it in 3, 2. Can you step it to meet your hands? If it doesn't get there, just use your hand to help guide the foot forward. Drop your back knee down. Come on to fingertips. See if you can really settle into the hips. Keep the knee to stack right over top of your ankle. Let the shoulders keep drawing away from the ears. Take 1 more breath. And then inhale, reach your arms all the way up. See if you can sink even more comfortably into your lunge. And then take your right forearm to place on top of your right thigh, palm faces up, and then side stretch towards the right. Take one more breath here. Place the hands onto the floor. Pick your back knee up off the mat. Walk your hands to the left all the way to your left toes. See if you can drop your butt onto the left heel. Come onto your right heel, right toes face up. Take a breath there. One more to settle in. And then lift your sit bones, walk the fingertips all the way back over to your front toes. Plant through the hands, step back to a high plank. Drop your knees to tap the floor. Inhale, pull back up. Twice more, drop the knees. Inhale, pull back up. Last one, drop the knees. Inhale, pull back up. Send the hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg, stretch it up high. Bend your knee open through the hip, exhale. Take one more breath there, keep firming up through your triceps. Inhale, keep the hip open. Exhale, round forward, knee to your nose, shoulders pull over the heels of the hands. One more time like that. Inhale, bend your knee, open up. Exhale, step your left foot, pull it in. 3, hold 2, and then step your left foot to meet your hands. Drop your back knee down and just settle in for a moment. Really hug your inner thighs together. And imagine that your feet are pulling towards one another. As soon as your feet pull, the thighs start to turn on. Shoulders are soft, gaze is forward. Take one more breath. Rise up to stand in your low lunge. Keep pulling the feet towards one another. Thighs are engaged. And then take your left forearm to place on your left thigh, side stretch to the left with your right hand. Take one more breath like that. Take your fingertips to the floor. Pick your back knee up off the mat. Spin the heel down as you walk your fingertips towards the back toes. Drop your butt onto your heel, straighten your left leg. Flex the toes up to the sky so you can protect through your knee. Hold in this pose for 2. One more breath. Lift your sit bones, walk your fingertips all the way back to the top of your mat, turn your body forward, plant through the hands, step back, high plank, high push-up. This time, drop your right knee to tap the mat. Inhale back to straight. Exhale, left knee taps. Inhale, straight. One more each side, right leg down, and back up, and then left knee down, and back up. Take your knees wide, toes to touch, child's pose. Send your weight back, straighten through the arms, relax through your forehead. Take 2 breaths like that. One more breath. Good, and then send your weight forward. Line the feet up so they're back behind the knees. Curl your toes under, back, downward facing dog. Keep spreading through your fingers. Firm up through your triceps. See if you can get the heels to disappear behind your toes. Take a breath in. Good. Right leg stretches high. Inhale. And then exhale, pull the knee in towards your nose, stepping it to meet your hands. Drop your back knee down, rise up, low lunge. Take your hands towards your heart. And then take an inhale here as you lengthen tall. And then as you exhale, just twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. Last one, exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Hands to the floor. Walk your hands back as you straighten your front leg. Runner's lunge, half split. Corkscrew your right hip back. It naturally wants to scooch forward, so just draw it to the back of your mat. Keep flexing through your front toes, and just stay upright. If the hamstring is naturally tight, Or if you don't feel much, start to fold head towards your knee. Take 2 more easy breaths. One more breath. Bend into your front knee, walk the palms forward, and then slow motion, step your left foot beside the right. Take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back, hands can come to the shins. Take an exhale as you fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. Come all the way up to stand. Take one more breath there. Hands to your heart, straighten your legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Bend your knees, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Left leg high, stretch it up, inhale. Exhale, knee towards your nose, and then step to meet your hands. Drop your back knee down, rise up into your low lunge. Hug your inner thighs together. Pull your feet towards one another. Left hip comes back, right hip pushes forward. Hands come together at your heart. Take an inhale as you lengthen tall. And then exhale, just twist to the left. Twice more like that. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, twist. Inhale back. Hands to the floor. Walk them back towards your right knee as you straighten your left leg. Left hip's got a corkscrew back, flexing through your toes to protect your knee. And then from here, it's your choice. If you immediately feel that stretch happening, just stay upright. If it's too much, you always have the option to come onto blocks or books to make the earth a little higher. If not, fold, head toward your knee. Take 2 more breaths. One more full breath. Bend into your front knee as you walk the palms forward, and then slow motion, step your right foot to meet the left. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend into your knees, plant the hands, and then step back, downward facing dog. Bend through your knees, look to your hands, and then tippy toe your feet up towards the top of your mat. Come onto your sit bones, sit down. Good. From here, Navasana, boat pose. Lift your shins, lift your feet. Reach your arms out alongside you, palms to face the sky. Take an inhale there. And then as you exhale, lower to half boat. Heels hover, shoulder blades hover. Just twice more like that. So inhale, pull up. Exhale as you hover, engage through the belly. Last one, inhale, pull up. And then this time, exhale, hover, hold, hover, hold. 3, 2, release down to the floor. Bend your knees, soles of the feet are to the mat. Take them out so they're mats width apart, and then collapse your knees together. Keep your hands onto your belly as you soften your eyes. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath. Take your arms alongside you, palms facing up. Straighten the legs out onto the mat as you take them mats width apart. Ankles fall to the sides. Shoulder blades can tuck underneath you. And then draw the tongue away from the roof of your mouth. And pause for a moment as you find some stillness. But let the breath still be there. And you can stay here for as long as you need and how much time you have in the day. But then when you are ready, you can slowly make your way onto your right-hand side, using your left palm to push you up to any comfortable seat. Cross your ankles, either shin in front of the other is fine. Hands come to the heart as you bow your head. Thank your body for carrying you through your practice. Thumbs to your forehead or your third eye. Namaste.